Hey, welcome, good morning. I'm so excited to be popping on today talking about what I wish I knew sooner in my business. And if I had known this, it would have changed everything and it would have saved me years of struggle, years of force, hustle, overwhelm. So I cannot wait to dive into this. As you're popping on, comment down below. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from as well. And as always, if you're catching the replay, comment replay. And drop some hearts if you're excited about this topic. I know I'm very excited. Because this really will change everything, okay? So if you're excited as well, give it a heart. And as we get started here, if you are someone who wants to really start creating more ease, grace, and flow in your business, and welcome, hi from Denmark, amazing. If you're looking to really start to increase, to step into that next level version of you in your business, and you want to scale and reach more people, help more people, serve more people, receive more money in exchange, but do it from a place of ease, grace, and flow. You want to start manifesting that dream business and dream life without the force, the hustle, the overwhelm. I'm going to drop a link down below in the comments right now for a clarity call. I would love to chat with you to create a clear plan and see how we can get you there so that you can keep scaling and growing and helping more people, but be doing it in a really aligned and easy and enjoyable way, because we all started our businesses to do things that we love and to make life easier, right? To have the freedom, have all of those things we desire. And so many women that I talk to and so many of my clients are feeling like they don't have that, right? It's still the hustle and struggle. And that's actually going to lead into exactly what I want to talk about today, which is what I wish I knew sooner when I started my business, okay? So, I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments if you can relate, where your perception of business was very masculine based. I grew up watching my dad and his business, seeing the hustle, seeing the amount of hours, the sacrifice, all of these things that had to be put into place in order to create a successful business. And what I see right now in the world, we have a major imbalance of the masculine and feminine energies on this planet. And so many women are sacrificing their intuition, their natural magnetism, their flow, their really beautiful, vibrant energy. They're sacrificing that or dismissing it in their business because they think they have to jump into this masculine paradigm and follow the structure of how we've seen business or we've seen work in the past. Let me know if you can relate to this. Comment down below. And this is the mistake. This is one of the things I wish I knew sooner, because when I started my business, I totally let my current programming and my perception of reality dictate what I thought I needed to do. I thought I needed to spend hours. I thought I needed to get all these things done and work harder in order to achieve my goals. And even though I came from a spiritual background in terms of I've spent the last 8 years studying Eastern methods, traveling the world, working with coaches, healers, and mentors, doing all of this inner work. My inner work was like my commitment for those 8 years. And yet when I started my business, I kind of pushed all the inner work, all of that embodiment, all of the things that I had learned, I pushed that aside in an attempt to build a business because I thought business was different. I thought that the principles of law of attraction didn't translate into business. I thought that business was like its own entity and I had to follow this specific system in order to thrive. Is this resonating? Let me know if this is resonating. Let me know if you can relate to this, where you're maybe sacrificing your health, your happiness, your freedom, your well-being, your peace of mind. All of these things that intuitively you know are so important, and you know that they're not only detrimental to your mental, physical, emotional health and well-being, but probably deep down a part of you knows that they actually will benefit your business as well, because the more you're aligned and balanced and feeling good, naturally the better decisions you're going to make, as well as the better energy you're going to be putting off and therefore attracting back into your business, right? Drop some hearts if you know this. Who knows this? Right? I think intuitively most women know this. We have that inherent connection, and yet we lose that or we sacrifice that. And I want to share a quick story with one of my clients because we were talking about this last week where, she just scaled to consistent 10K months. She's starting to grow past that now and actually just had her first 20K month, which was amazing. But one of the most beautiful parts of that is that she did it from a place of ease, and it came from the energetic embodiment and the inner work. It didn't come from more force, more hustle, and that's the paradigm shift. That's the thing I wish I knew earlier, because I would have created a business of ease much sooner. And that's one thing that her and I were talking about, is like doing the work internally to shift those blocks, shift the beliefs, shift the subconscious things that are holding us back, or the old traumas, the different experiences that are making her feel unworthy of reaching that next level. And when we do that and we shift that stuff, we change who we're being and how we're showing up, and therefore we change what we attract. And that whole manifestation game becomes so much easier. But it comes from the inner work, not the force, not the hustle. That's the whole paradigm shift that's happening on this planet. I personally believe it's time. So I'm really excited that it's happening. And I see a comment here: been in a lot of masculine energy, constantly trying to do, not valuing being as much. Exactly, Yvonne. And I'm so excited we're working together, because I'm so excited to keep shifting that, because that changed everything for me, right? And it's still an ongoing process. It's still like something I am aware of every day, and I have to catch myself, because sometimes there's that desire or maybe that pressure from what I see around me in the world, feeling like I have to do more and I have to go do more. When in reality, I get to be that version of myself, and these things are going to manifest. And of course, I'm still taking action. Aligned action is so crucial, but it's about being, it's about the embodiment, right? So you cannot get to the next level if you're not being your next level self, right? Being that version of you. Because if you're stuck in stress or fear or limiting beliefs or overwhelm, that's going to keep you attracting that reality. It keeps you attracting that reality, right? We get what we're being. So if we're being stressed, we're going to get more things that are causing stress. We're just going to feel more stress in our business, in our life. If we are being insecure or feeling unworthy, right? We get what we're being. So we're going to attract experiences, people, situation, clients, conversations, comments on social media. We're going to attract things that kind of reflect that back to us and make us continue to feel unworthy. So the inner work is where it all starts, the inner work, even in business. So even though business is systems and structure and action, the more aligned we are in doing that, the easier it's all going to be. You can get there from force, or you can get there from flow. One of those feels a lot better. And after spending a few years doing it from force and really making the shift, and then seeing in the last year from me shifting fully, not fully, but 90% into flow, the state of being and the inner work that I prioritized, quantum leaps happened. Literal quantum leaps shifted everything from just being a different version of myself. So the inner work creates the outer world. And let me know in the comments. Again, if you're catching the replay, still comment and share, please. I'd love to hear from you. But let me know in the comments if you have seen this play out in your own business. I really want you to think for a second, and I'll give you a chance to share it. But was there a time where you were forcing? You were kind of stressed. you're really maybe you're trying to hit a deadline, or maybe there's a lot of weight on your shoulders, or maybe there was some kind of pressure with time or money, expectations, and you're trying to force yourself to do it. And then what was the outcome? Was it good or was it bad? Like, were you able to squeeze it? Were you able to pull it off? Or was it just like painful, right? And then conversely, reflect on a time where you were actually very relaxed, very confident, in a state of trust and this inner knowing, this embodiment, right? That feminine principle of embodying, just knowing, being like really anchored in that truth. And what actually manifested from that place? I can think of probably 10 or 20 amazing manifestations that happened in my business in the last year alone, simply from tapping into that, from focusing on that inner shift and who I'm being, what I'm giving my power, my energy to, showing up from that place. And then all of a sudden, there were times where I manifested, the perfect VA. I would sit there and I'd be like, this is exactly who I want to call in. Like, wrote it out, got super clear, knew exactly what I wanted. And I was just like, yeah, that's cool. They're here. It's working out. And literally within minutes, random message comes into my inbox from that exact person who's like, I saw your stuff on this page. I love what you do. I'm a VA. Here's what I do. Is there any way I could help you in your business? And I'm like, you are literally what I was just asking for. So I didn't force it, right? Whereas in the beginning of my business, I would have forced it from desperation. Lena says you're doing it right now. Okay, let's talk, Lena, because I'd love to just share some tips and insight and see how we can make it more flowy and fun, right? So that was an example with the VA. The same thing happened with calling in, I've been calling in celebrity clients and really up-leveling and realizing, okay, I have to become a different version of me for that to be an energetic match. And so I've stepped off the force. It's not about I have to do more, I have to show up more on Instagram, I have to spend all these hours, outreach or whatever, or pitching myself. I was pitching myself for days and days. And then I was like, wait, it can be easy and fun. It can be in more alignment. And so I went inwards. I did my inner shifts, all of the inner work that I do. And, I think it was a week later, a TV host found my stuff on Facebook and reached out and booked a call, and boom, everything in my life changed from that point. So it's the inner work, and this is what I wish I knew sooner. Okay, if this is making sense to you, then in the comments you'll see I dropped a link there, and I've opened up space for women who would love to really start scaling and growing and reaching and helping more people, but they don't want to do it from force and hustle. They want to be really aligned and enjoying their business. You want to be like my client who just hit her first 20K month and has had steady 10K, but without forcing, without doing more, because it's working smarter, not harder, right? Would love easy and fun. Yes. So Lena, if you go click that link, I would love to chat. There's some times open, so you can just schedule in a time, and then there's an application form there as well to fill out, to share, catch me up to speed on where you're at in your business, where you want to be, and then let's talk. Let's just see how we can get you there and create an action plan for that, okay? So this is really the game changer, right? And it's so powerful when we shift that. One of my biggest things, before I wrap this up, because I could talk for forever, one of my biggest things as well, and archetypes, and some of you, Yvonne, you've heard me talk about this, some of you have heard me talk about this before, is embodying the queen energy, right? The queen archetype has been a game changer for me in my life, my relationships, and my business, because it's really easy to be caught in the hustle, the force, the stuff from our lower self, the stuff that we've been programmed to believe is true, the stuff that we're carrying every day, right? But we also have the power to shift And that's all this inner work that I teach and that I'm talking about, is that, you know, the self-image, the beliefs, the energy, what we carry and hold around who we are. So tapping into that queen energy, the queen who like knows her worth. The queen isn't out there like, in my opinion, I mean, I've never met a queen, but like, in my opinion, a queen is not out there overworking herself to exhaustion, right? No way. But she still does the stuff. She still has the impact. She still has the financial support, the resources. She still gets to fully embody like her truth. She knows her worth. And that's a big energy shift, right? And when we're in that energy, when we're in that alignment, again, that starts to manifest in the external reality and create and call those things in. Is that making sense? So like, I want to help more queens. Like, I want to help more women step into their power in their business, in their lives, you know, do more, fulfill those dreams. Like, let's make waves, right? Let's make massive differences and help more people with your beautiful gifts and healing work and your knowledge and expertise, but let's do it in a way that feels good. Because again, you could do it from force, but it's not sustainable and it's not going to be fun. It would be a lot nicer to get there in a really easy, enjoyable way. So I'm glad this is making sense. I'm glad this is resonating. So yeah, I'm going to finish this up here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm grateful to have you here. I'm so glad you could join. And again, if this is something you're ready to shift, if you want to know how, you just want to chat and set up an action plan, we're really looking to create more ease, grace, flow, more fun, more joy in your business, because again, you created this to do something you love. So let's start loving it, and let's, you know, have the impact, have the income, have the things you desire. It's not a this or that. It's not a one or the other. It's like, let's have all of it. And the queen knows that. The queen knows she deserves all that she wants. So let's tap into that. If you want to know more, again, there's a link down below to schedule in a clarity call with me. There are limited spots and not every single person will get a call. So you got to put in a time that works for you and then fill out that application, and then making sure that we are a good fit, making sure I can support you. Then we'll go ahead with the call and see how we can create an action plan to do this in your own life, in your business as well, okay? Really get you clear on increasing your impact, your income, manifesting that business that you dream of, and the life, the ease, the relaxation, the peace, all of that good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to talking with you. And again, thank you so much for being here. I will see you again tomorrow, probably same time. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye now.